Hello and welcome into SorareAndrews, brought to you by Sorare Data. I am Andrew Laird. You can find me as Lairdinho on Sorare. Joined as always by Andy Black, Black on Sorare. Apologies for being a single minute late. Frankly, I've been having some internet connection issues, and I did what solves everything, and I had to restart my computer, and it worked. I think. We'll see. We'll see if it works. Andy, how's it going?
It definitely fixes everything. 100%.
So I was going to say this tomorrow, but I'll just say it now. There will be no live shows next Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, because I'll be with Andy and a few other people. But I'm recording shows to fill in the time. So there will be shows. And I was filming one earlier today. It was me and someone else. It was a guest. And we just chatted for an hour, and you will all find out later who it is. But same thing. I came on, my internet was a little weird, and I was like, you know what? Let me just restart. Andy tells me restarting works. I didn't. I should have.
You got to reboot everything, man.
Yeah, I didn't have time. But I'll probably do that later today. It's been really hot here, and I think, the internet wires are just like,
the internet's definitely slower when it's hot. For sure.
I've gotten emails from my internet provider that sometimes it's just too hot. This is why I'm against global warming, Andy, because my internet's getting too slow.
Fair enough.
Thank you to everybody for joining us. We've got a few people who are guessing the cards that we're going to talk about. Let's see. Germ said the 1 of 10 Kirkich, only card above rare on the platform for him, which is fun. And then someone else said a show about Marlin. I don't even know who Marlin is, but I'm guessing he's got a card in the Sorare gallery. This is a topic that. What's that?
No, I was just gonna say. I think he's.
I was gonna say this was a topic that you and I were going to talk about.
Yeah.
We discussed it last week after the show, I think. And I was like, oh, you got to come up with a topic this week. And I'm like, wait, we have one. And I thought of it days in advance. And part of the reason is because there's a card in the gallery that I want. And I was like, we should just make a show out of going through all of the silly cards that people have swapped in or back to the Sorare gallery. Andy, have you ever swapped a reward that would be in the Sorare gallery right now?
I did, but it was just so that I could say that I did. Because the guy that I won was worthless. I was due for a worthless reward anyways. It was a tier 5 and he was hurt. So I was like, I'm swapping him. And I'll be 100% honest with you. I have no clue who it is. Literally the 0 clue.
We'll have to go through the transactions as well. Because thanks to the blockchain, we know everyone who has tried this scheme of swapping rewards.
Yeah.
You will see 2 of my previous rewards in there, but it was only 1 swap. You found it?
Yeah. Robert Leipertz?
Sounds made up.
Okay.
Was it a rare card?
Yeah, it was a super rare. But it was a tier 5 or something.
Just whales throwing super rares back. Oh, this super rare? I don't need that. Man. Must be nice. Blue Tomato says he's class in real life.
I think he's hurt in real life as well.
Who cares about real life, man? Oh, is he? Uh-oh.
I mean, that's how I swapped him.
That's no good. At least for him. You don't give a shit. Anyway, we had talked about swaps previously. And we're not really here to talk about swaps themselves, because basically nobody can do them anymore ever since they changed the rules. They were essentially no swaps. But Andy, I don't know if you've looked already, but can you guess, if you haven't already looked, what the value of the Sorare gallery is, according to Sorare data?
I think I looked at it and it was 50 ETH.
All right, we're at 47.22 ETH. It's a nice gallery.
Yeah.
And the most valuable card is that Martin Vandevort super rare that I think is the thing that kicked off the whole swap debacle. And
I love that we
I
can
don't
see
have
just how slow your internet is by watching that page load. Can you do a
watch the
test
page.
for us
Yeah.
on stream?
I don't know what's going on.
Oh man.
Like it's hot outside, but it's not that hot. Let's see how slow this is. Let's see. Oh, that was kind of fast.
Oh man.
I don't know. Struggling here today at Lairdinho FC, I guess. Anyway, so why is this Hazel here over Bilo? That's weird. Anyway, Martin Vandevoort's super rare is the one that everyone is, I think, aware of from the beginning of the swap issues. But some of these cards, like there's a bunch of Justin Bilo rares I know because he was hurt for a little bit and they were still rewarding him. Obviously, there's a super rare here as we see it. Emmanuel Reynoso was like unofficially, was he actually suspended? He must have been if they took the. But
yeah, but he was suspended by the team, not the league. I think that matters, right?
I don't know.
I would think
Apparently,
that
it did not matter
yeah.
because here it is. Someone apparently wasn't happy with a Jude Bellingham rare card, which is surprising. A Pedri, Nico Schlotterbeck. These are all rare cards. You would think that there were a bunch of Neuers in here.
Yeah.
Although this Neuer is an old one. 830 must have been like the last one. Tom Olivier here with the buy low, sell high. Shout out to us, the Sorare Down Under guys who also use that.
There was a Jean Moto in there from Miami.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a bunch of his rares in there as well because he had a bad injury.
There's another way. Ooh, there's another way we can check this gallery out. Good old smart search lets us Jean Mota. There we go. This internet is killing me. Torn ACL, I believe, right?
Yes, I think so. There's like 15 of them in there.
Yeah. 6, 12, 13.
Does that mean that they rewarded all of those over the course of like a week or something or 2 weeks?
I think so, because yeah, the serial numbers are for the rares, they're between 23 and 37. So there are a bunch that they probably auctioned the others. But yeah. Oh, it's a torn LCL. Anyway, we've got Moda, somehow an Axel Witsel unique. I think I tried to buy this. I think I was looking at this Lionel Impasi super rare. Somebody else had it. And I was like, who else owns this clown? And it's like, oh, so rare to do. And yeah. We've got Florentino Luis super rare, Matoma super rare, Enzo Capetti super rare, which I just traded away. Not to so rare.
You did the right thing.
Are there any, Alfonso Davies? I did the right thing? Yeah, well, you hate Enzo Capetti. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the reason for the dislike of the Charlotte FC striker?
A, he's just a big baby, as seen by the number of injuries he's had in the MLS. And B, he scored the first goal ever at City Park. So I've got beef with him.
Gotcha. All right, that's fair. I remember this Lars Veldwick super rare that somebody put in. I believe this was like one of the podium rewards for the K-League Special Weekly. And you would look at this and be like, oh, okay, that seems like a reasonable card. Oh my God, this internet. A reasonable card for a tournament like that. He's like a tier-ish, tier 2, tier 1, but he wasn't in the prize pool at all, I remember. And so there it is. Here's a Marlin. What was wrong with Marlin? Was he like hurt at some point? Underground FC?
I have no idea.
If you're here, if you could tell us. Maybe he was hurt.
I just can't fathom wanting to trade him in. But yeah, that looks like there
Right.
was a stretch where he was hurt, maybe.
Yeah. So the original swap rule is like if they were out for 6 weeks, you could swap it, and it was like, man, that's just going to be everybody. Muslera, Upamecano, oof, Reynoso rare, Driuzzi, man,
Dino.
and of course the Mitsudas.
That's a lot
I mean,
of
we literally have to
Mitsudas.
just scroll forever to
Did
find
he get hurt or
yours.
something?
Yes, like almost right away in the season,
Yeah.
or maybe, yeah. I mean, these are cards 2, 4, 5, and 7 from this season.
And 70, what is that, 78?
Yeah, 76. Germ is saying Sorare could at least list them at super inflated floors, and if someone really wants it, it's available and it helps the other holders. And Didi Sorare says, I don't get why they don't sell them or accept offers on anything in the gallery. And I still like the idea of having a special weekly where these are the prizes.
Yeah.
I don't know
you can't
what they
have
would
them
do, but
really.
that's what I want.
You can't really have them accepting offers because then they're kind of determining the value of a card. They could re-auction them, I think, is a decent choice. But then they'd be auctioning off supply of like other years' cards, which might get weird. It's weird to me. Rewarding them in some kind of tournament is kind of an idea, I guess. I don't know. I kind of like it as a graveyard as well.
So it's not like they are changing the number of cards if they do give them, reward them or sell them. Like they're still within the mint, the maximum mint. Awarding previous year's cards is a little weird, but I feel like the only reason it's okay is because they're already minted. Like, I guess you could make the argument that the supply is reduced because they own these cards, but is it really? I mean, I guess with like 5 new Mitsudas on the market, like, or available, like that, people who have those cards probably don't feel great.
Right.
But I don't have one, so I don't care.
Of course. The other thing that's a little odd is like, so they obviously rewarded these cards in a tournament. Then they swap them probably, and then they're gonna reward them again. I don't know. It's almost like you're doubling the supply there in a way. I don't know. I'm just good, I think, with them not doing anything with these. I know that like everybody wants that Enzo Perez card back out there and the ability to win that Van de Voort, but I think I'm good with it.
So the Enzo Perez one is different though, because that one was not a reward. Like that was they got a little Hazel error card. That's fun.
It was supposed to go to like a
Enzo one was supposed to be,
right?
Yeah. Didn't happen.
And then they lost. Maybe that's when they lost the license or something.
River Plate was so pissed that they didn't give the card away that they were like, "We're taking our license and leave."
Yeah.
Didi Soda says, "Do we know if there are any jersey mints or one-ofs?" Yes. We just passed it. This Christian Eriksen Man United jersey mint is in here. Somebody won it. Pilache, and just said, no, I don't want that card. I don't want this injured Man United midfielder. And so they gave him away.
So I think that's when we start to have problems. Like if somebody is creating a set of like jersey mint, Man U collection or something, and now they can't have the player because,
yeah. IAK went for the ones, but what if they want the jersey mints?
Right.
Can't do it now. That's a good question. I didn't even think of, like, who's given this card back? Like, why are we giving back error cards? This is So Young Woo, I believe. When this loads in an hour and a half, you can see it. There we go. Doesn't even have his name. I would love that card.
Yeah. But should they?
There was a gallery. It came up somewhere. No, they just should give it to somebody.
That's what I mean. Reissue it. Should they allow somebody to have it?
Oh, sorry. Yes. Did somebody? Yeah. Yeah, it was a reward. I think they should just let them. I would have kept that card.
I would have.
But somebody sent there's some gallery that has like 500 error cards in it. Did you look at that gallery? Somebody shared the tweet somewhere.
Yeah, I've seen it.
It's pretty impressive. Some of them I'm just like, you really have to like look to figure out like what's wrong with it, and then you see it and you're just like, wow, that's bad.
Yeah, there's a lot of them where you can't, like, it'll be like a badge is different in the corner or just something little, and it's not easy to pick up.
I thought I just found another one, but it's like a piece of something on my screen. It was like, that one has a dot on it.
Surface said that you should stamp
Surface says make
crossbones on them all. Yeah.
Special edition graveyard cards by stamping a big old skull and crossbones on the front and selling them on Halloween. Make them unplayable in SO5. Collectibles only. Why are we trying to take utility away? Give them 10% XP.
I mean, they already don't have utility, right?
I guess. Germ says YNWA has the Wesley Bruges card, super rare with the Villa badge. There were a few. Isn't there a Morioka like that? It's like and they're like
yes, there is,
but something like that.
I think there's also a Sven Coombs in.
Somebody mentioned earlier Callum Styles. Here he is. Yeah, where is that? I guess Enzo Perez isn't really worth that much money these days. There he is. I would happily pay $26.55 for this card.
Yeah.
I'll go over the last sale.
That's the other thing. Like, if they did list them, what valuation do they even use? If they're gonna, they would have to re-auction them, I think.
They would have to re-auction them, yeah. What do you think the response would be if they did that?
If they just auction them?
Yeah, they were like, hey, we have these. Some guys are still hurt, but we're going to auction them.
I think it'd be a big mix. I think most people would be happy and that they were available or whatever, but then you'd have a bunch of people that were really upset that they were minting, or not minting, but selling previous year editions. I don't know. I think it would be mostly positive.
Isn't the concern about doing previous year's cards that they're increasing the mint count, and they're technically not doing that because these cards already exist?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, technically, I think that's why people would be annoyed, because you're increasing the supply, but they exist, but they really don't.
They existed at some point, and somebody decided, I don't want this card.
Well, some of them too, they're not all swaps. Some of them were like minted and put in the auction house or whatever, and then they realized that there's something wrong with them. They can't sell them or whatever. Like the Enzo Perez card, nobody ever owned that card, I don't think. Like, click into it and look at the transfer history on it. I think it was like rewarded to the Sorare account.
Yeah. I think you can make the argument, and I didn't think about this until now, that they technically did, or they ended up minting cards that they weren't going to mint because of the swap. It was like, oh, here's a card we minted, and somebody's like, I would like to swap it. So they send it back to Sorare, and Sorare mints a new card. And so they wouldn't have minted that new card. At some point they would have. But maybe that increased, if they were only going to do 60 that year and now they're doing 61.
Yeah. Here's what I'd be okay with. If they auctioned off all of the cards that were swapped.
Yeah, that's how I looked at it. All
Yeah.
of them. Yeah, I think they should just do it.
Well,
I
that
really
settles
hate
that.
looking at it at the gallery because I want them. I want some of these.
I don't think there's that many of these
Not
that I
these,
would
but
want.
I meant
Especially
like they're like
down
4.
this deep.
Yeah, well, yeah. This guy has more gray hair than I do.
Who,
Finn
Finn?
Bartels.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want this card? This Guzan error card?
Not really, no.
Are there really people paying $16 for a Brad Guzan limited card? Goodness gracious. What are we doing?
Is that a lot? Is that like
Seems like a lot. Seems
for
like
a starting
lot.
goalkeeper?
Yeah,
11?
I'm not sure I can get $16 for my Guzan super rare. This is an Eric Williamson rare jersey mint.
Kind of like Germ's idea, they could run a beat the admin and use a swap gallery as their rewards. Salad.
I like that.
Germ's always got good ideas.
Yeah, he does. Let's do that. Let's use the lineup builder. What should we enter?
Oh, that's fun. Let's do U23 Rare Pro. Yeah.
Let me get us into like August when we have some real game weeks. I feel like Van de Voort's actually the only one we could use.
Yes. Is he staying at Genk?
I assume so. Wow. Not a lot of U23s here.
I guess yeah, I don't know if Malo Gusta is going to be starting. But...
You know, because Mitsuda's hurt, we'll have to go with Josh Sargent after Jude Bellingham.
Yeah. What a lineup. Oh, Florentino Luis. Let's go. How did we miss him?
Well, Captain Jude or Josh Sargent, excuse me. Yeah, can we win?
Of course.
Let's go.
What if you just do All-Star Rare Pro for the same game week? Just curious.
Let me take off the no game just in case there are players we're missing and I can change the game week. But I think everybody's playing by now, right? What is this? Game week 397? Oh, Tom Olivier, I like this. If they auction them, they'd lose the first owner collection bonus. We should really check the collections. Remind me about that. Anyway. Okay, so this is All-Star Rare Pro for game week 397. Weren't there some Neuers? Oh, Bilo?
Yeah, Bilo, Neuers.
Against Fortuna? That seems pretty good to me.
Yeah, at home.
Marlin,
I feel like if you have Marlin in your gallery, you have to start him, right?
Over Nico Schlotterbeck?
Maybe you can play both.
Oh, I guess the Bundesliga is not playing that. Let me go a week later. Still get Bilo in.
Why did you turn the no game filter on?
I wanted to see if there were other cards that we were like missing because they didn't like that Schlotterbeck. I forgot was in the gallery.
Gotcha.
So he wouldn't have come up. So we've got Bilo away to I missed that one. Rotterdam, is that who that is? Yeah. Marlin. We got Schlotterbeck against Cologne. Pavard. Wow. We'll change to oh my god, the Reynoso. Oh wait, isn't there? No.
Oh, there is a Reynoso.
The Reynoso super rare.
Yeah.
They have a Driuzzi forward card. Oh my god. Although he's been... Oh, it's against St. Louis. We should take that out. Don't want to lock in a 0, right? Hilaire? Who's it? Oh, that's... Oh, we could do a little Dortmund stack, sort of.
Go to extra and sort by supers before we choose a forward.
You don't have to play 2 super rares, Andy.
Yeah, you do. You need the good lineup juju.
Yeah. It looks like it's probably Louise.
Yeah, but we're using him in our
Yeah,
U23
Florentino
lineup.
Louise.
So
This doesn't look promising. It looks like the people who win super rares are a little more encouraged by their guys.
yeah.
Who is Mika Marmol? He looks like he actually plays really well or scores really well. FC Andorra, of course.
Did it say that they were... Who were they playing that game week?
Cartagena? And Tecker said Mika Marmol is a smasher.
All right.
Well, we've got his super rare. And by we, I mean so rare. All right. Who's our best forward here? Driuzzi?
No. It might be.
Could be Hilaire.
But away to St. Louis, I don't know. I don't
Suda's still hurt. Yosu? Oh, right. Calvert-Lewin. Sorry, Kaba, who Harry said was the worst footballer he's ever seen, or somebody did. Let's see.
It looks like all roads lead back to
Rodrigo
Josh
going somewhere. No, Sargent's in the U23 lineup.
Oh, right, of course. I mean, I guess you're playing Driuzzi.
Is Terrier back from his torn ACL? That would be a good one. Oh, that's a tough matchup away at Lens. All right. Germ says Yoselu, which Yoselu's never going to play.
Sebastian Haller at home against, I think it was Cologne.
Yeah, Cologne.
Isn't too shabby either.
I'm happy to do... Where did he go? I'm happy to do that instead of Driuzzi. That seems pretty competitive to me.
So, what would the...
Did I save the U23 one? No, I didn't.
What would be the game here, though? You beat the admin, but what if 100 people beat them and they give away 100 cards? What's the thought process here? Like, what if this lineup gets 3 DNPs in it because the Dortmund game gets canceled or something, and then everyone wins?
Yeah, that's a good point. Would you enter a lineup in this if it got you some amount of coins? Like, would you use cards in a lineup that could only win coins? And if so, what's the minimum number of coins that you could win? Like, if you beat them, if they were like, you beat the admin, you get 100,000 coins. Do you do it?
Maybe, but I mean, that's such a loaded question because they still have to improve the club shop. Like, it's still kind of lackluster, so the incentive's not quite there yet. But
you don't get that inside info. Hashtag
I thought
trust
we were
the
trying
team.
to give away the cards in this gallery and not give away so coins. What are we doing here, Laird?
Oh, now you want the cards?
I mean, I thought that was the whole purpose of this. It was beat the admin, win the cards.
Germ says beat the admin to get put into a raffle to win a card of your choice.
Oh, in the admin lineup.
Do we think we're actually...
How about you have to, and to play in the competition, you have to use so coins or something? Maybe? No?
So rare coins. Please. Sure. They do struggle, I must say, with super rares, like all of us, really. Getting that super rare forward's tough. Sitting on a Vandevort is nice, though.
Yeah.
Did we end up actually doing a full lineup here for U23?
Yeah, and it was bad.
Like, let me rephrase. Right. So are you wasting Vandevort like this? Or do you just...
I mean, clearly he's going in my cap 240 team.
Who was the last one? Florentino Luis, right?
I think the big issue is like that lineup's fine except for Sargent is just so bad. So like it's just not like you can't waste those 4 cards there with Josh Sargent ever.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
So no, you're probably playing that.
So would you put
else.
any of it? It's Vandevort's really the problem. Because it probably they have like a fine U23 rare situation, but the super rare goalie without other super rare pieces is tough. This is turning into a strategy show. Yeah, like they don't have any. So it's not like you can even play it in super rare division because there's no U23 super rare. I think we just tossed this one out.
They're asking who is the admin. I would assume it would be Dan or Carl or one of the team members over there.
Agreed. Let's go champion. Oh, actually, it didn't have enough champion ones. Challenger Rare Pro? We have anyone good here? Not really. And there were no super rare forwards at all, right? That was our... Oh, yeah, I guess we do have some.
Is Lars any good? Meh.
I mean, he's got an L15 of 59. He's got to be good.
Yeah.
He's all we have, though. Oh, my God, there's a Bilo super rare. I forgot about that. Hold on now.
I think that this all comes back to one important thing, Laird. And, it's sound strategy advice from Sean, but the Sorare account just needs to spend more money. Just clearly, that's what needs to happen. They need to go out and get a good super rare forward. They need to go probably stack up Vandevort, stack up Bilo. They've got a few good pieces, but they need to spend more money.
I don't think you're wrong. Is there a currently injured super rare forward that they could reward and then have that swapped? And they're like, okay, we got our forward now. He's just hurt right now, but he'll be back. Yeah, Tekker's got it. They don't need to spend. They just have to give out more injured cards as prizes.
That's a great point. I'm trying to think of a way that you could they could give away Messi. Oh, but it's an air card. He's in his PSG kit when he's clearly with Inter Miami. So,
please give that back to us.
We need a U23 forward, don't we?
I mean, you always need more super rare forwards.
Yeah.
Tekker's saying Lars is linked to Soul, which is right, but he's also, it was like a swap deal. I remember this. Lars is linked with, I can't think of who it Soul they would swap, but it was like the two guys that I always mix up, and they were going to get traded for each other. And I was like, oh, that's just perfect. That's going to bother me. Oh, yeah, Stan. That's right. Stan even playing? Ilachenko or something like that? Iluchenko? That's how I'll say that for today. Tekker said just start giving out cards of guys who are going to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
And then cover Saudi Arabia. That's how you announce that they're covering Saudi. Hey, we've got a new special weekly. It's Saudi week. By the way, we have all the best Saudi cards now.
Yeah. Have you had any players go yet?
I have not had any officially go. I don't think.
Who do you have that's linked?
Coates.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So
Yeah, and you have a few of those.
the only thing that I feel safe about that one is that he was like linked to he's like linked to one of the Saudi clubs, but there was no like actual specific Saudi club. So it just sounded like somebody like, yeah, he should just go to Saudi Arabia, and then everyone's like, oh, he's going to Saudi.
What's Adon's deal? Is he just the backup now?
No, he's the starter.
He's a starter. Okay.
I had two different people in the live chat of yesterday's stream tell me he's the starter, so I don't see how there's any other outcome.
What could go wrong? What could possibly go wrong there?
If I ever changed my gallery name, I would change it to What Could Go Wrong FC.
Yeah,
for sure. Germ said they are twins. I mix them up also. Who's twins? Or you're saying Ilichenko and Lars Veljwick. I don't know. Oh, I like this idea from Bros Conseco. New Sorare experience. A random manager gets to pick the lineups for the Sorare gallery every game week, and they keep the rewards.
Yeah.
I am in for that kind of shithousery.
But I think the reward should have to come from the gallery. Like it eats itself over time.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Is that like a...
Because then the whole goal would be to reduce this thing.
So it's actually like you want to be one of the first ones chosen.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say Andrew Laird is the first one chosen and you win and you get to pick whatever card you want. What are you taking?
I think it would be insanely stupid not to take the Van de Voort super rare.
Yeah.
But I think I would be really stupid and I would take that Enzo Perez goalkeeper card. I don't have the gallery to make use of the Van de Voort super rare, and everyone is sitting there is like, well, obviously you just sell it. It's like, yes, right. I would just sell it. Yep. But I can always buy a Van de Voort super rare.
No, you can't.
Well, not that one. But like
not even that one. I mean, like you just have, what is it, 3 ETH sitting around for it?
Andy, there are 25 available Van de Voorts.
And you get new credit card applications in the mail all the time. So
I can't even buy on a credit card. It's a secondary market transaction.
Right. Well,
when fiat wallet.
Yeah. Sven is saying that it's laggy right now. I wonder why. And ZM Star said that you need to close the porn links Laird. It's taxing your system.
I wish I was enjoying myself as much as to have those things on in the background. But
you know what? We should do a live speed.
I apologize for the lag.
We should do a live speed test on your computer. Go to fast.com. Let's find out.
Yeah, I love fast. I was doing it before we started. See, look, pops right up. It's awful.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you should be able to do a live stream with 27 meg down.
I agree.
I think there's something else happening.
26, I can't though.
Yeah.
What else is happening? And I've already restarted. What do you do after that?
You rebooted? Yeah, I agree. Tomatoes.
Yeah,
this should be good for a live stream. I don't know. When we get done, I would definitely reboot your router.
But just the computer,
just to see if there's.
I gotta go do the router.
Yeah, it's even hard to talk to you because the delay back and forth. Like you'll say something and pause, and I think you're done talking, but you're not. Put it in rice.
I'm sorry, everyone. Oh, this is true. Also, well, where are we? It's not even letting me.
Yeah, that's fair, Armando.
Speed test?
Yeah, speed test should show upload.
This is where I dox myself and show everybody where I am.
Yeah, speed test might. I don't know. I probably wouldn't show your public IP on stream. Yeah, just spend more.
I would
on
love
your
to
data
say it's
provider.
running right now, but it's still loading.
Definitely need to spend more on your internet.
What's funny is that the speed test website, which is now finally loading, has just like ads all over it for fiber internet.
Yeah. Yeah, it
Which
might
makes
be time
sense
to upgrade from AOL.
because it knows how bad internet is.
That AOL's not cutting it anymore.
AOL been upgrade. I'm actually on Prodigy right now. My upload is currently half a minute.
Can you say that again? You've like this point. I don't know if
My
it's
internet
because your
upload speed is half a megabyte.
Yeah. Must be the heat.
Can you see? We should just stop. This is awful.
I don't know. I'm very amused, but hey, Eagle said someone was calling on the other phone line.
That's like an older joke.
Yeah.
Like only old people know what that joke is. Surface, it's the wires outside. Those are the problems. Should we just stop?
No, I think we're good. I think we're
Yeah,
good
you
to
think
keep
we're
going.
good?
I think this is like prime entertainment watching you struggle with your internet. Although things cleared up all of a sudden in your
I was just about to say you responded very quickly to my comment. So like we're back, baby.
Yeah. I do think that it would be nice to have you like do some sort of dance or something on stream just so we can see just how choppy it actually is.
No.
That's how you dance.
That was my choppy dance.
Mm.
It was like a real time.
I think the robot would have applied there, but
maybe I was never good at the robot.
So going back to the
making me think of. This is making me realize that the show that I recorded earlier is probably just awful.
Probably, yeah. Especially since it's content that you're like recording and then you're gonna release later. It's like you're gonna record this and release this dog shit later. It's like usually that's the content that you spruce up and edit and make really nice, but you're just gonna go, yeah.
Had no intention of editing a single second of it.
All right, going back to the Sorare gallery, there are 3 uniques in it. I really don't know anything about any of them. I know Axel Witzel a little bit, but if you could take any of those 3 uniques, which one would you want? There's an Aiden McGeady, and he's like 37 years old. Pontus, I mean, does he play ever?
No.
Although it looks like he did the season before.
And now he plays for Malmo, who's uncovered.
Yeah. Unless they're in like Champions League or something or Europa.
Yeah. Right. I assume Witzel needs a new team.
He had MLS rumors.
Didn't realize he was actually playing
last year.
Madrid.
Yeah, Witzel for the MLS gamble. There were people linking him to St. Louis last year, even.
If he transferred to St. Louis, would you buy that card? Oh, you can't buy it, but would you want it?
Yeah, I don't. I think he'd be awful, but
That's fine.
like those players don't tend to work out like real well in the MLS.
Right.
I assume he's like a DM or something, just old DMs.
Tucker said Malmo finished mid-table, so they're not even in Champions League or wherever.
Yeah.
Alex Wilson just showed up.
The youngest of the three? He's the youngest of the three, at least.
Mm-hmm. Plays internationally. Not terrible. Yeah. No, I don't want any of them.
But yeah, are there any nice midgetling cards in there?
Oh, good question. Where am I going here? Worst footballer in the history of football.
Yeah. He's so bad his name's Sorry.
Yeah. By the way, if anybody didn't notice, I was able to spell that team name correctly, like right away. Finally able to do it. Didn't even have to look.
Like my life's on the line if I had to spell it in the spelling bee. I'm not going to look, but I'm going to say MIDJYTLAND. No. Where
it's MID. It's MIDTJY double L AND, just like Andrew.
The double L is confusing because it's like double L and double silent, right?
And double silent?
Well, you don't pronounce either L, right?
Well, it's like Midgeland. Land.
Okay, one of them's silent.
Well,
like, why do we have both of them? Why?
I don't know why they have both. Dream Oblivion says I'm dead. Oh, here we go.
It's like a llama.
Laird. Yeah, exactly like a llama. Boy, this show wasn't a shit show enough.
Yeah. Say we kind of mentioned that earlier. You could use their cards, maybe not for a month, but you could do like a one-off thing, or you could even do like a month-long competition with their gallery, and the winner gets something.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of thought at this point this summer we would have some kind of updates to gameplay, because I know that they were talking about doing like longer term competitions, like week long or maybe even like a month long, and we haven't got any of those updates yet. So hopefully they give us some good content to talk about here within the next couple weeks.
There were like a lot of people here. There were a lot of people today, I feel like, in Twitter and Discord expecting an announcement today. Yeah. And I wasn't sure why they were expecting it today. But despite us streaming, didn't happen.
There was some deal where like they were saying that they were going to do like a roadmap update, or they were going to give an update on the fiat wallet within the next week or something. So I think people are starting to think that like we're getting, I don't know, to the point where they're supposed to give an update on that stuff.
Yeah, Arsenal dude brought, because they were saying before the start of the new European season, which is like 2 weeks away.
Right.
Thoughts on XP and the cap modes. Did they say XP, or did they just say like? Because I'm convinced that it's just going to be collection XP, collection bonus percentage. CBP. LLCBP.
I think I would probably run like a STL stack in there every single freaking week if they added collection bonus in there. I don't know that they would do that, because in some instances that might be even higher, right? Or I guess it only goes up to 5%.
Yeah, it only goes
per card. Yeah.
I've now gone 17 straight game weeks without winning a super rare threshold.
It's been a bit for me. It's hard when you don't have your like European cards to go with your MLS guys. Like just the combination of all of them makes you be able to fit something in there nicely. It's hard for me to put a team in that like makes sense. And I've got a freaking massive gallery, so I know with like for you, it's probably considerably harder to come up with a lineup that makes sense. Like I'm looking.
Yeah, the worst part is that I prioritize it.
I mean, it might not be my first priority, but I prioritize it fairly well. And I've got a team right now that is 120 points off, and I've got Doria and Rocha left. There's no way I'm hitting it. So it'll be like I would need 60 out of each player. Those guys aren't going to score. They play against each other, for one. Yeah, not getting it.
Not expecting a barn burner of fantasy points in that Atlas Santos game.
Yeah, so we have the Liga MX Sorare Derby game.
It's really the Black Derby.
Yeah, because I stack both teams.
Yeah, Derby if you're one of them.
The big issue is Santos is horrible. Atlas was getting good again, but now they're selling all of their players, so they're going to be bad again. Both teams are owned by the same ownership group, which is also hilarious. That you have two teams in the same league that are both owned by Orlegi Sports or whatever. So we could call it the Orlegi Derby. But yeah, they're both going to be. It's going to be one of the worst games ever tonight. And I'm going to love every minute of it.
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
Honestly, they should make them play in the mud.
At least
put a big old mud pit out there and make them play.
Yeah. Well, they canceled America's game last week because of mud, didn't they?
Salo was saying that it was all corruption because Club America had too many of their players playing for the national team at the Gold Cup. So they, yeah. I could believe it. There's might be a little corruption in the league. I don't know.
Just a little sketchy, that's all. Is there anything else you want to squeeze out of this
riveting content?
Trying to.
No.
I apologize to everyone watching and listening, but I'm completely thrown off by my poor internet.
Well, tell the people at least what you're going to do when you get off the stream to rectify this horrible atrocity that's happening to you.
I'm going to restart my router. You know what?
Reboot the whole house.
I'll do the modem too. I'll do both. And then my kids will immediately complain that the Wi-Fi is down, and I'll be like, I got it.
Well, good luck with that.
Thanks for everyone who's put up with us. I mean, for joining us. What's that?
I said good luck with that.
Yeah. And you said it like 3 seconds ago, but I just got it because of this stupid lag. And so it's just like, anyway. Thanks for everyone for joining us. Again, apologies for this shit show of a stream that we have. I was going to say I'll be back tomorrow, but who knows? Who knows if we'll be back tomorrow? But I do have off topic, and I'm supposed to do another show tomorrow that I'm going to publish next week. Another guest on that one. We'll see who it is. But anyway, thank you for everyone for joining us. Oh, yes. And in the front there.
The nice thing about off topic tomorrow is you'll just be talking to yourself, I hope.
Yeah.
So, if there is lag and latency issues, it'll just be be you talking to yourself, so you won't have to deal with any of that.
Except everyone in chat who's like, you're lagging, lag, but yeah. Oh well. All right. Thanks everyone. See ya.